Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the fourth and final masterclass in the series. My name is Sean Cecil, and today I'm going to show you how you can be out of your burnout job and on a fulfilling career path in just 100 days. So, guys, first I want to talk to you guys. I get a lot of flack. Like you would be shocked at the number of hateful comments and, you're a scam artist, all kinds of horrible things people throw my way just because I say that it's possible to live a life where you love what you do. I get comments all the time where people are like, no, you have to suffer, right? That's the only way to live. And the thing is, I know that's not true, right? So I have the truth to protect me. I don't care what these people say because I know what's true and what's not true. But I do understand where they're coming from, right? Let's be real. If something sounds too good to be true, normally it is, right? Well, so I've got some good news and some bad news for you on that front, right? So the bad news is that I can't make a lot of the same promises that a lot of other people in the personal development world do. I cannot promise that this is going to be easy because it's not. It's going to require a hell of a lot of work, and it's going to require you to face your darkest demons. That's a lot of people make it out to be super simple, and they make it out to be like it's this kind of thing where anybody can do it, and all you have to do is cough up whatever and then like your life will be golden. And I'm the first guy to tell you that that is just not the case, right? This is a very, very, very hard journey. This is not too good to be true. It's not going to be easy. And if you don't do your part, then you're not going to make it. You're going to fail in that journey. And everything that people are afraid of is going to happen to them will happen if they don't do the work. But the good news is that the reward is real, right? The good news is that it is possible to succeed if you put in the work and you have the right guidance. I know the truth because I created it in my own life and I see it every day in the people that I work with, right? I've had a bunch of people who come to me and say that they couldn't find their purpose and they've tried everything and they don't think that they have one and all this other kind of stuff. But I'm still sitting here with a 100% success rate of the people who do the work, find their purpose. All the skeptics who come to me and say that nobody can ever help them, by the end, they're saying, oh my God, Sean, we did it, right? Because, when you actually do what you're supposed to do and you do the work, it doesn't fail. It doesn't mess up, right? And I'm super proud of the fact that, as I said, 100% success rate for the people who do the work. That makes me feel good. That's where I get my confidence. That's where I get my power because I have those references, right? I look at the people who've added $100,000 a year or more to their income potential. Right. One person, she got a $100,000 a year raise. Another guy got a $200,000 a year raise. Some people have built their businesses from nothing. Some people have gotten freelancing work, where they can get it at $150 an hour, anywhere from $100 to $200 an hour. Right. And these massive increases in income. Right. I see people who have these internal breakthroughs that allow them to conquer their fears, to quit their jobs, to start new lives. And, at the end of the day, I have never had a client regret making a new start. Not a single one, right? When you go about these things in an intelligent way, then all of fear's horror stories are nothing but shadows on the wall, as long as you do the work and you do the right work, right? And again, I know that sounds, it sounds big, it sounds grand, but this is my life, right? This is what I see every day. So it's not too good to be true. Right. And you can see it too. You can go check on the client experiences on my website. You can go check the reviews. You can see that this is real. I put a lot of proof out there because I know that there are a lot of other people who say things that, they can't back it up. Right. So I do. Right. Like that. I get that. Right. But I'm not going to lie and tell you that it's easy because it's not easy. Right. Now, another different concern that I hear from people all the time is that they don't think they can have that kind of life. They'll be like, oh, yeah. Well, obviously it's real. Like I see, I've seen the videos and the testimonials and I've seen all this stuff and it all makes sense, but I just can't have it, right? It works for them, but it won't work for me, right? That's something I hear all the time, right? They accept that it's possible because the evidence is undeniable, but they refuse to accept their invitation to join the party, right? And, here's the thing that I want to say to those people. And if that's you, that I want to say to you, right? You are worthy. You are deserving. The only reason that you have trouble with that is because you were conditioned to believe otherwise growing up. So let's look at 3 questions. So first off, how many times growing up were you told not to brag? Second, how many times were you told to be quiet and do as you were told? Third, How many times were you told that you weren't good enough? Think about that. It's probably a lot. Now, let's look at the other side of the coin and look at 3 other questions. How many times were your achievements celebrated? How many times were you told that you had a world of potential? How many times were you encouraged to follow your dreams? So if the answer to those first 3 questions about how many times, you were told to sit down and be quiet or that you weren't good enough, if that number is a lot more than the answer to those last 3 about how many times you were celebrated and encouraged, well, then that's why you've been programmed to see yourself as unworthy or not enough, right? That's where it comes from, right? And you may have never made that link, but it's true. That the thing though is that kind of programming of unworthiness is BS, right? It's complete and utter nonsense. It just got told to you enough times when you were little that you accepted it as true, but it's completely false, right? That link is based on a foundation of sand. It's just based because some people said some things that weren't true to you many times a long time ago, right? And it's nonsense. Do you really think that the environment you happen to grow up in determines whether or not you're worthy? Absolutely not. Every single human being has a wealth of potential if they're willing to step up to the plate, and that includes you. You've been carrying this story in your blood because you haven't been aware of it. But now that you know, you can choose to cast it off and be who you're meant to be. It's not your fault that you didn't see this until now, right? Very few people, can point this out and can understand it. But now that you're aware of it, you have a duty to yourself and to the people who you can help to drop that story and to rise up and stop saying that you're not worthy, because you are, right? So guys, that's really like the most important lesson. I definitely want you guys to understand that. I hope you've, gotten a lot out of this, especially if you're in that camp of people who say that you're not worthy, because that's horse crap. So everyone, comment below with what you learned, but most importantly, I have one last message to everyone, right? And this is, people who have doubts about whether or not this is possible, doubts about whether it can work for them, doesn't matter, right? You can be happy in your career. You can add $50,000 to $100,000, maybe even $200,000 a year or more to your income. You can overcome the demons within, the inner bullies who have been holding you back and telling you you're not enough. You can experience freedom to live the life of your heart's deepest desires. You can discover your purpose and you can live it. You can make a contribution to this world in a way that aligns with who you are and why you are here. And you can create this new life within 100 days, right? I know that sounds like a crazy period of time, but it's true. So if you want to get started on that, then give me a call. I promise you that I would show you guys the next step to a fulfilling career path in 100 days. Well, here it is. You go to this link, www.oculusinstitute.com/scheduling. You will get me. We'll talk on the phone. We'll talk about, what's going on, talk about where you are, what's standing in the way, and what are the next best steps to get there, right? And, if it makes sense, maybe we work together. If it doesn't, that's cool too. I don't really care. I mean, obviously I want to help people, but, if it's not a good fit, I'm not going to force it because it's not who I am. And that doesn't align with who I am. That doesn't make me feel good. So, but if it is a good fit and I can help you, then you can be on this new career path in 100 days, right? And I don't just say you, everyone. I mean, you personally can, right? Most of what's standing in your way is you, right? Yeah, there's some strategy stuff. We can sort that out. But it's your internal blocks, your determination to live the life that you want to live, your sense of being worth it. Those are the things that really matter, right? And if you guys can do that, then you can have all of this. You can have everything that I'm talking about, right? Again, there are a lot of examples. There are a lot of people who have made this work, right? The only thing that's standing in your way is you. So guys, get started. Go to this link, book a call. I cannot wait to help you. It's a wonderful journey, and I will speak to you soon. Have a wonderful day.